Hey y'all, Josie here with Emotional Wisdom. It's been a while since I've been on here, but I decided to come on here for some story time, and I feel like this video is important. And on TikTok, I had posted on someone's video how I can relate with the subject that I'm going to be talking about, okay? And a lot of people there were like, ooh, do a video on it. And so I decided to come here first and do a video on here. But this is about what I believe many have heard of the casting couch, or, with this whole situation that's happening with P. Diddy, how there's an insidious side to Hollywood, right? Insidious side to the music industry, to the entertainment industry. And honestly, I can say that I felt it when I was dancing for an upcoming singer. I was a backup dancer, my sister and I. And so we had the opportunity to experience like the dark side of it. And I can honestly tell you with my personal experience that I really felt it, that this is definitely a thing that happens in the entertainment industry. I want to say this was back in 2002. My sister and I got connected to this Latin Mexican, to be precise, a Mexican singer. And she asked us if we would be interested in being her backup dancers. Of course, we love dancing, so we're like, yeah, absolutely. And we also knew her producer. Yes, she had a connection. Well, we knew the guy, and so we also knew who she was connected to. So it was not like we were just randomly saying yes to anyone per se, but the middleman we knew. And so we felt safe enough to say yes, right? As I said, I believe this was in 2002 when we began dancing for her. We would travel all over California, LA. We actually did interviews, but we also performed on TV. It's interesting because it got to the point where we were also giving autographs. I thought that was cute, until it wasn't. I forgot exactly how long we were doing this for. It wasn't for very long because I was able to see through them and through the shadiness, the dark side. But we were invited. We went to dinner because this huge owner of several radio stations around the States, he had like many, over 50 radio stations around the States. We were going to meet up with him. The singer, the artist, was going to meet with him, and she invited us. And we're like, okay, for sure, we'll go to dinner. And the promoter that we knew, I was able to hear him tell this owner, right, this main guy, this huge, affluent person, so what do you think of the girls that I brought you? When I heard that, I was like, this is not okay. Ooh, we have to be careful. That was my immediate feeling. Granted, he could have just said like, oh, aren't they beautiful, or whatever the case may be, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. Then after the dinner, they said that they were going to go to an event, and oh, you guys should come. And the singer that we were dancing for convinced us. I knew intuitively, because I'm highly intuitive, psychic-y, if you will. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I knew this doesn't feel right, but she insisted for us going. Okay, I agreed. Sure enough, when we landed to the place, it was at a hotel. I immediately told the artist, what's going on? Why are we here? And I knew I want to say the thing that we should have done was leave, get an Uber and leave. But I want to say at the time there was no Ubers or Lyfts, or I don't think so. I don't think they were happening in 2002. But I guess there were taxis. You know, to be honest with you, I don't remember the level of transportation that was popular at the time of 2002. But I believe that I should have done everything possible to get us out of that place and situation. But I didn't. I still said, okay. I asked questions and I still went. And I was completely alert. I knew I wasn't going to have any drinks. I knew that if they were going to offer us any drinks, I was like, hell no. I'm not going to position myself in a vulnerable situation. So we go, it's a suite. The artist tries to downplay it. That, oh, it's a suite. There's going to be other people, blah, blah, blah. No, I believe I believe this part I don't fully remember, but I want to say it was only us girls. I think it was only 3 girls, the artist, who was a female, and my sister and I. And I was like completely uncomfortable. I felt the energy. The energy felt completely dangerous. Like I said, it was my psychic antennas that were saying this is all bad. Like, beware. So sure enough, they offer us drinks. My sister and I were like, I told my sister, don't have a drink. Not sure if she decided not to have a drink. I know for sure I wasn't going to have a drink. I wasn't about to get, oh, there were taxis, Andy? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so let me give you a feedback. Not sure if you were tuned in from the very beginning, but I'm talking about my incident of when my sister and I were backup dancers for this Mexican artist, and how the whole casting couch and the whole dark side of the entertainment industry is very real. Like it's a thing. It's literally a thing. It doesn't matter what angle you go into. It's almost like this power trip that these authoritative people want to have over you. Like if you want to be a famous, or if you want to be known, you almost have to go give up your body or do something in return for them to make you famous. Like this entitlement, or this, you're not just going to have it easy. You're going to do something for me. Disgusting. Very disgusting. So anyway, back to being in this hotel in a suite. I literally was declining all the drinks. I was beginning to get a little paranoid, saying, if I drink water, they're gonna, put something in my water. And all I wanted was, I gotta leave. We have to leave. We have to leave. I didn't want to tell this story but I'm not mentioning any names. So I'm going to do it, especially with everything that's happening out there. I want to literally be validation to those people that come out and say that there is a huge, dark, insidious side in the entertainment industry. And how it's sad that a lot of people don't come out and tell the truth because they're afraid, for multiple reasons, losing, their position, their career, etc. I wasn't worried, but I just didn't want to ruin the artist, the singer's opportunity of becoming something, because she wanted it so bad. And so I didn't want to be that person that comes in and starts creating boundaries, and then I jeopardize her. But anyway, let me get back to the story. So all of a sudden, I go into the bathroom. I open the door, and I'm saying that this artist is doing a favor. I think she was going down on this man, doing a favor. No, but listen. The artist was doing a favor to this like really known, highly authoritative man. I'm like trying to find the words to describe him, where he has the position to really make you famous by posting your music in all his radio stations. This man owned like 50 plus or something radio stations throughout the states. So he had the ability that, if he had the ability to make you famous, basically. If he played you in all his radio stations, you're already going to be known, right? So she was doing a favor to him. And she didn't want to because she was crying when she was doing this. It was completely disheartening to see. I was pissed. Instead of me getting scared, meaning my intuition was on point, I turned pissed, angry. I mean, I was this close in telling this man shit, in literally ripping him a new one, because he was an older man. He was disgusting. It was disgusting. I knew that she was doing this because, of course, she wanted this so bad. You know, we become victims. You know, she was a victim, unfortunately, of wanting this dream so, so bad that she was willing to do whatever it took to have the opportunity to be played on all his 50 plus radio stations. But definitely, I have a different moral compass. For me, there's no way that I would, what people call sell their souls, right? To, or do, or go against my moral compass, my values, to achieve some form of external gain. That's just my personal perception. I've always been like that. Always been like that. So anyway, she does that. Instead of me getting scared because my intuition was on point, I was right in what I knew it was she was doing and what they wanted. I became angry instead of fearful. Closed the door. I was debating to talk shit to this older man. I was debating to call him, out of his name. Finally, she noticed, because of course she saw me. Oh, I wanted to go. And so I made it a point that I wanted to leave. I was like annoyed. And when I get annoyed, the room can feel it. So I told my sister, I want to leave. I want to leave. I'm not sure if I actually did say Andy, actually, about a taxi. Yet, the P. Diddy, this is regarding, like, well, this is not about P. Diddy, but it's basically validating that entertainment industry has a huge insidious way of working, and how it's not just in the high. You don't have to literally need to be like one of the most famous people to have done shady shit or degrading shit, or even, and I don't want to say it like that, but go against what you really want to basically get known or famous. This isn't in any phase of your career. It's almost like every person that has control and power in the entertainment industry will use it against you. Almost like there's no free lunch here. Even though you sing good, even though you might make me money, you're going to have to do something for me so I can make you famous. It's like built in the industry. It's like a culture. It's gnarly. But anyway, so finally we leave. And I am pissed. But before we leave the hotel, there was this guy, I forgot this huge piece of information. One of his promoters was like trying to basically tell my sister and I that we can get famous, that we could independently become something and be something, and that they have connections. Hell no, was I going to fall for that shit. I knew exactly what was happening. Oh, sure, we agree on this. I get interested. I see that white, shiny mirror, right? That shiny object. And I'm like, sure, I'll do whatever it takes. Hell no. I knew what was happening. I was like, nah, they're telling us this because they want us, they have ulterior motives, they want something from us. There's no free lunch here, but he was persistent. And I was like, no, we're not interested. Well, when we were walking out of that hotel, he continued to try to convince my sister and I, like, seriously, think about it. We can make you guys known. We have all these different opportunities, whatever you want, but we can basically make you famous. We're like, no, we're not interested. Yeah, we're not interested. I could even sense that they were annoyed that we were not falling. I can sense that they were like almost getting more stubborn, more like persistent. Like, why? Why don't they want this? I felt it energetically. I was like, yeah, they're not liking this. You know, if we continue to be backup dancers for this artist and they position us in this situation again, because they lied to us. They never said we were going to a hotel and hang out in a suite. They said we were going to an event. So she too was in it's almost like she was also, she wanted to take us so she can not be the only girl and kind of like bring the attention to us and kind of like remove it from her or something. I don't know, but I totally got this feeling that she did this on purpose too. And she thought that we were going to be okay with this. No, they tried to trick the wrong person, or they tried to like convince the wrong person, right? So anyway, we told that guy that was walking us out, right? That he was like, I believe a producer. No, we're not interested. When we got in the car and we were driving back home, I literally told the artist, the Mexican, that singer that, you know, that I told you, how I felt. I was highly disappointed that she would position us in that situation. I alluded to her, you knew what was happening. Why did you do that? In fact, we quit. I quit. I remember that my sister was hesitant and she was like, wait, are you sure you want to quit this? I told her, absolutely. Absolutely. What makes you think that they're not going to try again? And what makes you think we don't become a mission for them? Almost like, ooh, they're stubborn. If they don't want to willingly do this, then we're going to roofie them or we're going to drug them. You don't know, you know, because that industry is crazy. And this is what's fascinating. If we were desperate for some form of fame or some form of acknowledgement, right, and making it in the industry, we would have stayed with her, because I want to say a month I want to say a month from that moment that this happened, we were going to go to Sábado Gigante and perform. She was going to sing in Sábado Gigante, the artist, and we were going to be backup dancers. So we decided to literally drop out, no longer be a part of this, regardless if we were going to be on Sábado Gigante a month from that time, right? A month later. So it's crazy. It's crazy to just sit back and imagine what we could have been exposed to, the level of danger that we would have continuously been exposed to if we would have continued to be backup dancers for this woman. I want to say what also really gave me all the ammunition to quit dancing for her was because of what she did. Like, I knew that she knew what time it was. I knew that she knew what she was doing and the kind of danger she was positioning ourselves in. But she was doing it, so potentially she thought, well, maybe they might be willing participants and want this. But no, that was not the case. But yes, to basically sum up, energetically, I felt it, that this was a thing that they do in entertainment industry, that it was a thing, that there's no free lunch here. Even though you have all the skills to be able to be known and be recognized, you must go through like a process. Oh, God, disgusting. And so it's sad. It's sad because I do believe that a lot of these artists might have been in these situations, you know, they might have done things, compromised themselves, compromised their beliefs, their values, their morals, just so they can achieve their dream, you know, their dream of whatever it may be in the entertainment industry. But yeah, I wanted to share that. because all these memories came up again once the P. Diddy situation transpired, you know? It's like, dang, you know, all these things that are coming out to the light. It's so true. It's so true. I even had a mutual friend that would tell me, and she lived at the time in LA, that was like, oh yeah, we had I think she was also a dancer. Well, my friend knew certain people, and she knew this one gal that was writing a book, you know, in regards to what she had to do about the casting couch, you know, what she had to do to basically get a shot in her career. I don't know what exactly she wanted to do. I think she wanted to be a singer. But anyway, I say this to say that, first of all, I'm highly blessed for being intuitive and sensing when there's danger. And I indeed was able to sense the danger, the insidious, like the darkness, you know, like the energy that was wrapped around them. And so, yeah, it allowed me to make that decision to quit, you know, dancing for her. And my sister followed suit, thankfully. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll talk soon.